Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome to another edition of Darkness in Dublin, Mage Venue. At least one of you here missed having me say that. So, we find ourselves outside of Agrabah Nights, the well-known free eatery where the actual bill is the fact that drama pops off here every other day. The party has decided that they are going to have a fun-filled, non-linear family dinner because, let's face it, Kevin and the Verbena and Collins, they've become a pretty weird little tight-knit group of people, all from different walks of life and vaguely different belief structures, except for Kevin, who is violently different than the other three. But that's okay. They accept him anyway because they celebrate life in all of its forms. And when they walk into Agrabah Nights, they find someone sitting at the bar, enjoying food and drink of their choice, because I'm not going to rip that from the player. But them, they sit down and order things that are typical of them. Callie and her giant slabs of nondescript meat that she tears into like an angry velociraptor. Morgan and her slightly more descript items of meat that she eats daintily. And Kevin and his fish and his milk.
I feel like you got the eating styles backwards, but I'll still take it. Yeah, Morgan isn't even necessarily sticking to a partially descript meat. It's just food. So much food. Because she'll get through it. It'll take her a minute, but she'll get through it. We'll be fine.
Eats slowly, staring at everything, sipping like her meat, just eating. But eating a large chunk of meat slowly.
There is not much of a reaction from the new girl in the room. She seems rather preoccupied with the large platter of food in front of her that appears to have been an experiment of, ooh, can I get this? There's a half-eaten grilled cheese sandwich. There's some fish and chips. There's a gyro. All of the food has been at least partially consumed, and there are a couple bottles of different kinds of. A couple of them are sodas. One of them appears to be beer. And an ashtray with a half-gone cigarette kind of smoldering away in it next to her.
So guys, I've come to a conclusion here. All right. After several days of just kind of having to deal with the aftermath, I'm pretty sure the cat's a porn addict.
What?
What?
I've narrowed down all the possibilities here. And it turns out that most of these late night orders that keep showing up on my bill happen when I'm dead asleep. But they don't tend to happen when I wouldn't otherwise be in the room. So that's how I kind of narrowed it down to either someone sneaking in my room at night, which is disturbing, or shouldn't.
What?
I'm guessing that if somebody snuck in my room, I'd know sooner or later, but Shun has a way of getting by me when I'm unconscious.
I want you to know, human, that I'm looking at you.
Where is the cat?
It is stood directly behind Kevin.
Slowly.
If a cat could look accusingly.
And he just turns around. Well, would you like to explain it?
He kind of flicks he flicks the ears in the way the cats do, and he hops up onto the table. Morgan, pet me.
Blink, blink. Is he within reach?
Yes.
She kind of glances at Kevin to see if this is something that will upset him.
He did ask you.
She shrugs and starts petting the cat because fuck it. It's a cat.
You see, in this particular situation, yes, just behind the ears. Yes, yes.
Still
No,
eating with the other hand.
In this particular situation, I have opted for human contact. However, why on earth? In a way that do not, work out the kinks from my spine. Yes, just a little lower. There we go. Or in a way that frees me up from the itch that sometimes necessitates the back of my left ear. Why on earth would I have any interest in seeing humans go at each other like a pair of ill-trained voles during mating season?
I mean, do you know who's been doing it then? Because it's not me.
Of course I know who's doing it.
You just gonna let me keep wondering?
Well, you've never asked.
Okay, who's been doing it?
I'm sorry to tell you, Kevin. You've been sleep pawning.
What?
Would you like to roll perk empathy on the cat?
You know what? I will roll perception empathy on the cat.
You know what? I'm gonna roll perception empathy on the cat too, because that feels like a cop out.
He has a mighty 3 successes.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I'm rolling on a cat.
All right, so I want you to know how many dice I have for this roll.
Is it many or is it few?
No, it is. He just kind of blinks.
I got 4.
Okay, you can tell the cat's bullshitting, but continue.
Well, guess who can't? So
Oh,
he
dear.
blinks.
Yes.
Huh. That's
Perhaps
curious.
Perhaps it is you prefer to skin the one-eyed eel when it is you yourself cannot remember the sinful act.
Whoa, 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 whoa. You're saying that not only am I ordering these videos... You know what? I'm just... This is...
Kevin, honey, can you get me the straws over there?
Yeah,
From Matt.
sure. He goes and
feel
gets
like-
his straws.
On either part of the party is involved here. Saying you're doing it in your sleep is an extreme cop out.
Leans
What is
forward.
Kathy doing with the straw?
No, she just leans there. Once she gets the straw, she just leans forward, looks in the cat's eyes, and just, I know you're lying. Whisper. I see it.
Oh. What do you do with it? You whistle.
Yeah, just right into his face so it gets all alarmed, because cats freak the fuck out if you do anything like that.
Yeah, if you blow in their face,
Yeah.
they freak out.
He will raise an eyebrow and he'll say, "Do you truly equate me to an ordinary feline?"
If you're going to act like an ordinary feline, I will treat you like an ordinary feline.
So you are in fact intimating that an ordinary feline intimating that the other half of his lower soul, who is, he claims, watching pornography at night for my own amusement, is in fact, something ordinary members of the feline species would do.
Oh, well, that's it. No more petting for you.
No,
That's
and
just
I was
me.
and I was going to give you a yarn ball. No, it's fine. I see how it is.
Would you like to perk empathy the cat again?
Oh,
He only has 2 successes this time.
I have 4.
Oh god. When you offered a yarn ball, there was a moment of then
And Kylie just
literally the darkest sadness you have ever felt. But he makes
Kylie
up
just-
his mask.
Kylie just smiles. Like, if you tell him that you made a mistake, that even the most hyper intelligent part of the soul can make mistakes, you get 2 yarn balls. And you'll never speak of this again.
I'm forced to accept this offer.
Good.
There's a surprisingly large variety of straws here, Kelly.
I know. Get the silly ones. The one that's spins.
Okay.
Oh, do they have one? Do they have one with the little sparkly glitters in it?
I'm just going to say yes.
Yes,
Can
they
you
do.
get me one, please? Thank you.
Wait, am I being randomly abused by a stranger? You're letting a random stranger randomly abuse the higher aspects of your soul?
Kevin's just like running around giving people straws, and she's not random. We've been seeing each other for a while now.
No, that one over there.
I don't. She just wanted a straw.
Wait.
No, the cat will sit there and he will say, "You will have your woman apologize to me."
I'm sorry, what?
He's intimating Callie, not you.
What did you say to me? You know, this
You
was
have
staring.
Whoa! Don't hit it! Don't hit him!
Can I push
I
him
thought
off the table though? That was
we had-
rude.
We are inextricably connected. I don't know what the consequences of that would be on me.
Hey, Kevin, you have how many active effects on you?
Just one.
Okay, that affects Shatters.
Awesome.
You see the cat kind of concentrate for a moment before it happens.
And fuck.
What?
Something happened.
What happened?
I'll come back when you decide to be civil. The cat will disappear.
Fuck.
It's a good thing you didn't really need that effect.
It's
Okay.
okay.
By the way, Kevin,
Yeah.
let me know next time you want to roll Arete.
I know what the penalty is, so I'll just factor that in.
Okay.
Okay. Hi. I'm Ash. It's nice to meet all of you. What the fuck just happened?
Shrug.
Nothing. And he sits
That's-
back down and goes back to eating.
Well, if that's nothing, I don't know if I want to see what you all would define as something.
It's pretty hairy. No, but seriously, Kevin, what the fuck?
He's mad.
He's mad because he lied to you?
And now my life is difficult.
Right. Or does he normally hide?
It's complicated.
Good. The next time he appears, I will have a word with him. Says she takes a slow sip, staring.
Morgan will begrudgingly go back to eating.
Might be time for the new person to introduce themselves. That seems like an excellent
She
idea.
literally
Joe.
just did.
Oh, I'm bad at life.
Yeah, understood.
I'm
Morgan
really
will
bad at life.
beckon her over to the table because fuck it.
So a very interesting display happens. As several plates of food are piled onto a larger plate. Balanced on one arm, waitress style. And the ashtray is carried in the other hand. And both are sat down at the table.
By the way, Kevin, you feel something drop into your breast pocket.
Kevin checks it out.
Okay. It is a small rolled up piece of paper.
He'll unroll it.
It says, as a peace offering. Let's just say it like this. Remember, you are the second apprentice of the master. ...
Crumples it up and sticks it back in his pocket.
Continue.
Eyebrow raise.
Just Shen fucking with me.
And you said we don't get to hit it.
Shen, not Shun. Shen is a person.
Oh. Oh. Wait. Eye narrow.
There's another weight in your pocket, Bob.
He pulls it out again.
Honestly. You've been with me a number of years. This is me, the cat, aka Shun, telling you it was Shen who fucked with your stations.
Oh. Well.
This
in
is
a
why it's a
roundabout way, I
peaceful
was still
parade.
right.
Hmm?
And he'll just put that one back without screwing with it.
Another eyebrow raise.
Things are going on.
Things are always going on.
It's there's an ongoing series of issues between me and another individual that I'm being informed of.
I see.
Sooner
Can I
or
hit
later,
someone?
not really. Sooner or later, things are going to come to a head, but it's better if I do it.
There's visible pouting between bites.
All right, who's the next person to take a bite of their food? It could be any one of you, with the exception of Callie.
Probably Ashley.
Hi, Ashley.
Hi.
Okay, Heather, are you familiar with what the Scoville scale is?
Yes.
Okay. You know how high a ghost pepper is ranked on the Scoville scale?
Yes.
Okay. Whatever you bite into, regardless what it is, it could be as mundane as lettuce. It could be as interesting as a an enchilada. It is as if it had double a ghost pepper on the Scoville scale. Roll
Oh,
play accordingly.
Jesus.
Have fun.
So Ash goes to take a bite out of this gyro. She takes a pretty big bite. And at first it seems like nothing's wrong. And then she swallows. And suddenly her mouth and her throat are on fire. And her eyes are watering. And she is... Actually, you know what? She's going to start shouting for yogurt.
Cool. I'm now going to run around the group. Bond. Next time you take a bite of your food, you know how sour a lemon is?
Yeah, I'm aware.
About 5 times worse than that. It is so tart it nearly makes it so that your teeth itch.
It's kind of like watching Kevin's mouth invert to the point where it looks like his beard is in the middle of a singularity.
What the fuck?
And Morgan. What can I throw at Morgan? Morgan, have you ever tasted sewage?
What?
Have you ever tasted raw sewage?
No.
Well, now you have.
She spits it back out. Like, I don't care how gross that looks. She, takes a bite. There's a half second of nose wrinkle. And then she just flat bleh onto the plate.
Okay. At which point, Callie, you feel an arm draped over your shoulder. Oh my. How subtly amusing your friends are. Look at their faces.
Flinging the rest of the burrito at him. Like casual lob.
It will turn to butterflies before it hits him.
Worth a shot.
And how he kisses you on the cheek. Darling granddaughter.
I'm all right. And how are you faring, Stephen Grandfather?
Well, I'm alive, and I have the darling Mr. Grant in my sights again. It is so good to see you again, sir. I hardly recognized you sans the leather and the spikes.
It's nice to see you too.
So, it would seem as though this evening is an evening that you and I have to have a little game. In order to see if you're worth my granddaughter.
Do you, though? Just idly side-eyeing him, leaning on the table now. She's not going to keep eating while he's there. Just glances aside, but do you, though?
Oh, you should see what your mother has planned for your potential suitors.
Man, that's going to be a newsflash.
Needless to say, I believe it involved the phrase, 3 heads of oxen still bloody. No idea the context.
See, that's the beauty of it is, nah.
So, my darling granddaughter, apple of my daughter's eye. Well, one that works, anyway. He smiles as he takes both of your hands in his, and he will say, do you truly care for Mr. Grant?
Yes?
It's so darling. Oh, oh, I'm having a moment. I'm having palpitations. Oh, very good. And Mr. Grant, do you true?
I just Morgan feeling mouthy. So she again, still casually like chin on her in her hand, and I goes, "Yeah, probably enough. She doesn't want you having people poke holes in them."
Oh my! I don't think I've poked a hole in Mr. Grant. He raises his hand to snap his fingers.
Pretty sure you did twice. I saw
Grandfather?
those nipple rings.
No.
Oh.
You've
How?
already
hot.
tormented them. You've already tormented them enough, and he has endured it. Stop.
Fine. However, I still get to issue him a test. That's in the rule book. So, Mr. Grant. He opens his arms wide. What challenge do you want? I said you'd have to fight, but then again, I don't know if you fight. And I want it to be fair, because it seems that my granddaughter actually cares for you. I want you to have a chance of victory. So, what challenge does Mr. Kevin Grant take from the God of Trickery? If it helps, I cross my heart. I'll even be honorable in this.
Kevin just kind of sits there for a second. Be honest with you, I only ever fought before.
So you wish to fight?
I don't really see a way out of that.
There are many answers. Have you contemplated the questions?
I'm a little curious about why I'm jumping through hoops, but not like I can tell you no.
Because, dear boy, do you not know that every one of these, he casually strokes the back of Callie's head and pokes Morgan rather unceremoniously, boop, in the side of the head.
There's an idle, half-hearted hand swat, like meh.
Because you know that each one of them have their place in destiny, written by fate into the tapestry of creation, simply by the fact that they exist, by the deigning of the fact that they draw breath. So it is to yourself you wish to connect to the story. And that's a big deal.
Yeah, I'm sensing that.
So, you want to fight? What kind of battle?
Really didn't know there was much of a variety to killing somebody.
Who said anything about killing anyone? Unless you wish to kill someone.
Rather not.
Then tell me, Mr. Grant, what is your challenge?
I don't really think I got a good chance of knocking you out, to be honest.
Oh, you wouldn't fight me. That would be entirely unfair.
So... Who? Who?
No idea.
I've only ever really thrown hands at people before. I don't see a reason to change that now.
Very well then.
Morgan gonna start just kind of carefully, unbinding to hide around her waist.
Okay. So, kind of don't want to butt in here.
But you're gonna.
But yeah, because it seems like you guys are just saying the same thing back and forth, stuck like a broken record. So, all right. So, you're good at fighting. Pow pow pow, and she'll like punch the air in front of her. So, that would be a fair challenge for you. And the god of tricks, you said it was?
Oh, where are my manners? My name is Loki. He'll extend his hand.
Hi, nice to meet you, Ashley Rashida. She'll extend her hand and shake it.
I like her. She's cute. See,
Oh, thank you.
she turns to Callie. Why can't you have relationships with people like that?
Morgan may or may
Stare.
not, swallow a snorting noise.
So, if it's a contest of who can throw punches, why not? Like, there's got to be a place with one of those punching machines around here, right? You punch the thing, and it measures how strong you punched it, and you get to feel like a manly man or a puny little wimp if you can't make it move.
See, I like her. She's fiery. Very well, Kevin Grant. You want this challenge in order to seek the right to court the blood of the blood of the Azir, the blood of Jotunheim, the blood that is blood. So, very well then. Who do you feel is a fair challenge for Kevin Grant?
I hate to say it, but I don't know that many people.
Even Morgan kind of gives a shrug. Sorry, man. Hand to hand ain't my shit.
Weird question. Torna, did you say that out loud or think it?
Think it.
He turns and smiles. Now that's an excellent idea.
Oh no! Oh no!
Furrows her brows like, bro. One rule, though, grandfather. That side of him has already tried to cheat before the battle even started. Whatever effect he did, remove it in order to have fairness. We wouldn't want things to be dishonorable now, would we? Thor would get a bit picky with this type of stuff. And you know how Mother is.
Yes. Very well. All right. He will move his hand, at which point all of the furniture in the room smashes into the wall. It doesn't break anything. It just merely stays to the wall as if it's magnetized there. And he'll say, in that case, this could be interesting. I've never seen what happens when somebody has to fight themselves before.
Morgan frowns. Her food has escaped.
If it helps, the bowl will have flown up in the air and then directly down for Morgan to catch.
Oh, hot.
Kevin looks like he's the only person in this room who doesn't understand what's going on.
Morgan has no idea what's going on, but she's just kind of rolling with it. She will, however, finally tug that white pelt from around her waist, and just kind of reach over and flop it on Kevin's lap.
All right.
Go right back to her bowl.
Ashley.
You did say, granddaughter, that there was to be no cheating.
No cheating, especially from the cat.
Why did your friend just cheat?
The cheating
Looks
the way in?
Hmm?
It's a token of my affection.
Does that mean the cat gets a token of mine?
Don't think it needs it. Continues
Wait, what
eating out of
cat?
the bowl.
Sitting in the center of the room, in this exact pose.
Oh no!
And now Kevin understands.
Does he die a little bit on the inside?
No, he walks into the center room about 5 feet from the cat, sits down cross-legged and stares at him.
The cat will give you a respectful martial artist bow.
And we've been through a lot of shit.
Yes. Yes, we have.
You ever make a fucking decision that breaks your heart?
I've seen many who I thought could be great die simply out of foolishness. I suppose that in that situation I regretted the path that had led them to this place, or led them to the place where they were led from the road. Does that constitute?
I guess it'll have to do. Everything I've been taught, everything I thought I was, whatever I am now. I'd like to think I understand something about what you are.
They say that the greatest battles are the battles not fought. Because in that moment of tranquility, oftentimes, as the lily and the lotus flower bloom, so it is you find clarity of self.
I'm sorry I drug you through so much, Shun.
Why do you think you have done so?
I let some people tell me who I was. And that meant they could do whatever they wanted. I think I'm done with that now.
The cat sits with its paws kind of, it's not in any kind of a hostile pose anymore, and it will say, so you have finally come to the realization that you are you, not what other people would have you be.
It's gonna suck, but I think I'm gonna pack my shit and leave the temple.
But what is the path that there is left to? What path is there left for you to walk then?
As long as I'm alive, I can keep looking for that answer. There are 10,000 doors.
So, you finally accept the fact that it is your road to walk, the road that only Kevin Grant may choose where to put his feet, and not a matter of who tells you how to walk or where you must place each footfall.
Yes.
The cat will very calmly look towards the gathered and he will say, no, he will walk forward, pad forward on his forepaws, and he will kind of nudge Kevin's hand to kind of put up his hand.
Kevin does.
He will basically with his head maneuver your hand onto his back, at which point he will fall down onto his belly as if you're pinning him with your hand. I'm clearly defeated. Kevin Grant has bested me. You can see what I will lovingly refer to as the most what the fuck face on Loki. Like, what the fuck?
Well,
That sour
was
milk
interesting.
face delights Morgan for some fucking reason. She's just like, man, this drink is fabulous. I'm not smiling.
You'll hear him hiss, almost snake-like, before he stands up really quickly, vanishes into a puff of purple smoke, and the room is put back exactly the way it was.
Kevin will let Shin up and extend his right hand. Friends again.
The cat won't take your hand. What he will do is he will bow his head very sincerely, and he will say, "You have learned a truth that I did not think you would come to see in this lifetime. I am very proud of you, Kevin."
Thank you.
The cat will disappear.
Kevin stands up and looks at Callie. So, I hate to be that guy, but I'm gonna need another place to crash like real soon.
We got a place. Just look over at Morgan.
I mean, Morgan kind of shrugs. Your place
Yeah.
or the place?
Start off at my place.
Probably a better idea. I will brace myself for Kevin's naked body when I come over. She swoons briefly, faux dramatically, but her plate is back in front of her now, and she promptly changes gears. Though she will pause to glance up and over at Kevin. I mostly forgive the cat. Squinty face. Goes back to eating.
I'll be back at our place. About 30. I don't have a lot of shit to pack.
By the way, guys, at this point you'll become aware of the sound of hands clapping.
Blink.
Well, it took you long enough.
Does Kevin recognize this person?
Yes. This is one of two very specific people.
Blink.
Julia!
There is a smile. It is good to see you again, Kevin.
Oh my god, I haven't seen you in forever. And he runs over for the bro hug.
She will do the kind of, whoop, then she will hug. She'll be like, "I didn't think that you would come to see the fact that you are more than you saw in you. But I'm very, very happy that you did."
I am too, because between us, I don't know why that shit over there is allowed to go on, but it's pretty fucking bad.
Introduce me to your friends. And maybe I can explain.
All right. This is Morgan. She's got kind of a one-name thing going on. She's pretty cool, though. Eats a lot. But, you know, she comes up with food as much as she eats it, so what am I going to say? But she's been pretty cool with me. And
Often, sometimes an empty belly hides a full heart. It is very good to meet you, Morgan.
Yeah, we're gonna pause her eating. Well, actually, yeah. Well, actually, we'll pause, swallow, turn around, and kind of give a nod and a bit of a wave. She does have to pause eating to give the wave. She's eating one-handed, but yeah, we'll give the cursory like, hey, little wave, and then reach for the foods again.
And this is Callie Bjornsson. She's my girlfriend.
I'm pleased that you're able to step out of yourself in order for other people to care about you. It is very nice to meet you, Miss Bjornsson.
Hi. Yeah. Hello. Awkward, like, hello. Type nod.
This is an old friend of mine. Are we just going with the business name at this point, or
Whichever you're more comfortable with.
this is Julia? We came up in the temple together. Worked together for a while after that. She was mostly in charge of making sure I didn't do stupid shit.
I was very good at that, if it helps. My apologies. Kevin was never very good at his manners. She will bow to the last person. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Oh, hi. Nice to meet you. I literally just met Kevin like 10 minutes ago.
Oh, I see. Well,
My name's Ashley, though. It's nice to meet you.
it's very nice to meet you. My name is Julia. As he said, I'm not going with the full overarching name thing because that's long and no one ever. I mean, how many times can you give your Akashic Seita before you end up having to tear your hair? Oh wait, I don't have any. That's neither here nor there. She kind of sits very gracefully into the lotus position, and she'll say, "Well, do you actually want me to answer the question that you asked, Kevin?"
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna interrupt.
I gotta break this down to you. I don't know the full breadth and depth of the shit he gets down to, but I get a sense that I don't wanna. And Iki's just fucking insane.
I mean, sanity is entirely impinged upon your world perspective. After all, no two people are sane if no two people are mad.
The staff know to avoid hallways that she is stomping up and down at random intervals because they will die.
Oh. No, that bitch is crazy. And then spontaneously, Modus. Oh my god, he gets to meet like the chill monk. This is gonna go to ways. We are at Agrabah Nights, the place where the free food lives.
Great. Because I have a perfect fucking intro for this shit.
On the side note, aren't you meant to be absolutely shit-faced?
Well, I've sobered up since then.
Excellent.
No,
Continue.
I'm just hungover. And it hurts. But anyway. As such, the door to Agrabah Nights opens. Walking in with a brown paper bag in one hand and a milkshake in the other. We know where it's from. A cigarette over one ear. He just walks in, kind of stands there in the doorway, looks over the mass of people in there. And then he turns and he begins to walk out.
Oh, come on!
Modus? Buddy? Modus. Come on, man.
I believe the phrase is, you will forgive me for saying this. Hey, bitch, you don't get back in here, everyone's gonna think you're a pussy. And yes, this comes out of the mouth of a monk. And it's like the greatest thing you've ever seen.
There's a brief glance of like, oh,
I heard somebody talking shit.
She casually turns and does she smiles, and once again, this woman is dressed like a Buddhist monk. And she looks you up and down and she'll say, I see. Anyone who approves of the golden arches needs to get their ass over here and share those motherfucking fries.
I'm sorry, girl, but I'm gonna say one fucking thing. Who the fuck do you think you are asking about my goddamn French fries? Huh? I don't see your name on this shit, bitch. This is my shit.
As you look down, you'll see Julia is in fact written on your bag now.
He just throws it in the room.
Morgan now has a thought, a beautiful, beautiful thought, and wishes real hard, glances at the table, has a large McDonald's fry, and is like, fuck yes. She'll
There
even
is
fist
indeed
pump,
a large McDonald's fries.
because you can wish for anything, god damn it, anything!
Whoa. Morgan, I think you're onto something. And he concentrates, and for one magical moment, the supersize is back. In all of its many forms.
No. She will then put her hand on his shoulder and she will say, "No, you have learned much, young Padawan. However, allow me to explain this to you simply." She will concentrate for a moment. In which case, before you, stacked high on the table, are tiny containers of McDonald's Szechuan sauce.
Y'all motherfuckers are crazy. I'm outie.
Oh,
Come on, this is fun! This is pretty good!
I wanna give this a try. And Ashley concentrates for a minute, and in front of her pops a McDLT.
Yes, it does.
Ooh.
Man, this is turned into like Fantasy League McDonald's so quickly.
Fantasy League McDonald's.
Look, Morgan is munching fries.
You hear from the small staircase down, which I believe it is. That motherfucker's gonna put this shit out of business. Nah, that ain't right. That ain't fucking right, you piece of nah.
By the way, Modus, as you step through the door at the bottom of the stairs, you will in fact step right back into Agrabonites, as in at the top of the stairs into the tent flaps.
So, all right, look, it goes to open the door at the bottom. You just see Modus appear, open the door out again.
What?
Notice you just got Escher printed.
Ugh.
Oh, come on, Modus, there's fries.
Now, which one of y'all motherfuckers trying to play this shit with me? Huh?
I didn't even do that to you.
Which one of you motherfuckers trying to play shit with me?
Man, will you just sit down and eat with us like some big shit happened?
Big shit always seems to happen around here.
Like, I'm on my way out of a really, really toxic lifestyle. I just want to be surrounded by my friends and family. Rashida, you're cool.
Thanks.
She kind of looks over and says, "Do I constitute friends or family?"
You are, I mean, I think of
Yes.
you as a friend.
You see, look, Kevin, my man, why don't you just fucking tell me this shit? Because you're my brother, homie. That's how it works.
I take it Modus doesn't have such a thing as a mind shield, does he? No, he doesn't.
Doesn't it?
Very casually, the woman will look over at you. She will hold out her hand and she will simply say, "By the way, Julia's American, isn't she?" Yes, she is.
Yeah.
I'm not doing the accent because it'll, be racist and horrible. But she will look at Modus. She will mimic Modus's voice perfectly. If it was a female Modus, she'll do the same kind of gang accent that he does, and she'll say, "Corona."
Corona.
All right, let
And
me just put it out. It's kind of shit like that is why I want to fucking leave.
Oh, you don't
Because
want
that
to...
ain't cool.
I was just getting you a drink.
That ain't cool.
Mhm.
What's in it, huh? What's in that shit?
Just Corona.
How do I know that?
Because
That's how
I'm
the
a
place works.
Because I'm a Buddhist monk. Do you
Why
honestly
you-
think we're
why
known
y'all
for
gonna
lying to
question
both
this
of
shit?
us?
Huh? Why y'all getting heat on me?
I
I
mean,
didn't come here for no heat.
you can just appear one of your own. Shrug.
Yeah. It just, Ashley will hold her hand out. Corona.
Kevin too. Corona.
Corona.
Come on, man. We're all drinking Corona. Come sit down and, drink and eat with us. It'll be fun.
And thus everyone was drinking piss water.
Not
Morgan does
everyone.
not ask for a Corona.
Not yet. As Modus makes his way to the table, suspicious as fuck, he slowly sits down. Question out of character, just because I don't know. Can you smoke in here or not?
Yeah, they don't seem to care.
All right. He pulls a cigarette, inverted commas, from behind his ear, puts it in his mouth and lights it. Looks at everybody around the table, just the eyes moving. Kind of rolls his tongue over the back of his teeth. Corona.
A Corona will dutifully appear. As a matter of fact, 2 Corona will appear because it's Modus.
And Ashley will move her ashtray over so that Modus can also reach it easily if he needs to.
But to answer your question, Kevin, as to, well, alright, so a bit of a brief history lesson, I suppose. So, well, I'm a Vajrapani. You're kind of a Vajrapani? Ish? Light?
That sounds like you need to get that tested.
Yeah, I really didn't. I guess kind of bucking him puts me bizarrely in the Lehigh camp now, but
Mm-hmm. Well, I do the whole thing. I'm a monk. I seek the spiritual and also, defend the weak. And I'm the fist of those who do not have a fist. All that good stuff. Saisho is a member of the enlightened aristocrats, and their purpose was to gain money and influence for the order. Oftentimes we didn't ask, or the higher-ups didn't ask why. They merely asked how much and what could be done in order to see to our conflict with the 5 metal dragons.
and that's how guys like him got what they are.
There is also the fact that, to be fair, she contemplates. What happens when you must fight monsters?
Yeah, I see where this is going.
It was thought that, well, his sister is an interesting case. If it helps, she's not insane, at least by any concepts of insanity that are detectable via us. And, with a seed of mind, we can kind of detect broken minds. But he is what we needed. That is not to say that I or anyone condone what it's some of these. They call themselves the Golden Dragon. They're an elite clique within the enlightened aristocrats. I'm not saying I condone what they do. I abhor it. I don't agree with any of the policies, but I'm not here to question. I am the fist of those who require a fist. And I seek enlightenment in whatever way I can. That is my path. She shrugs.
Yeah. I hate to say it, but I know inevitably I'm going to have to throw down again. Doesn't mean I like it.
Then don't. You don't have to. There is no certainty. You were taught this. Certainty is an illusion. If you do not wish to fight, then do not fight. There are other things that you can use these for. And she will take both of your hands in hers. You do not need to use them for the terrible, heinous things that you feel as though you've been forced to do. You can use them to protect. You can use them to build. You do not need to use them to take.
We'll just call this the High Marshal's lucky day then.
She kind of gives a quizzical kind of home.
Serious prick, mass murderer, torturer. Doesn't stay dead.
Ah, yes, he was one of the individuals responsible for the death of. Yes. You can see that she doesn't like talking about it.
I managed to get between him and a truckload of innocent people. Nearly lost my leg for it, but it was worth it.
Then you did a noble thing. Violence for violence sake. She'll smile. Never fight because you must fight. Never fight. Well, that's wrong. Never fight because you must fight, because you feel you must fight. You do not need to fight. You should only fight to defend what it is you choose is worth the defending. If you think life is sacred, fight for life. He looks at Callie. If you think love is sacred, fight for love. If you think breath, the breath that sustains us is sacred, then fight for each one of them. That is the only truth.
Yeah, that's inspirational as fuck.
She has a way of doing that. For now, I think I'm going to eat this food and prepare for one fuck of a falling out, because he's going to know I'm leaving the building before I do.
Saisho is not unreasonable. Reason is just... I've only ever met him once, twice. Bear in mind the burden he bears. It's more than most people could stand. You've stood in the presence of the fang of the dragon at the edge of the void. Do you know what that does to your mind?
Yeah, I'm aware that hurt a lot.
Imagine bearing that pain every day.
Would drive most people completely insane.
Exactly. But it must always have a guardian. Because could you imagine what would happen if that was in the hands of someone who did not know in what they had invested?
Or worse, the right kind of people with a grudge.
That blade, you'll see a physical shiver pass through her, was used to end dozens of souls during the Himalayan War. It is one of the greatest sins of our order. We can never allow it to be used for malicious intent again. And to the Ebon Dragon's credit, he only uses it to destroy those who are already an enemy to our order. Because, Kevin, you will notice this. Do you remember when Saisho executed the technocrats?
Yeah.
He didn't use the sword, did he?
No, he did not.
Because he wanted their avatars to move on.
You have a point.
But if you wish to walk a different path, then walk your path. You don't have to learn from him. You don't have to even see the inside of his building if you do not wish to. You must walk your own path. And I think that you've been lost for so long.
I still got time left. Let's eat, man.
She smiles. I don't know. Interesting. Isn't it interesting how the world suddenly decides that today, the day that is today, you will be its plaything? That today your destiny will lay out before you in a way that you didn't think was possible?
I ain't nobody's bitch.
No? Then don't be.
Okay.
If that's the path you're going to walk, then walk it.
You know, it's funny you mentioned that. People have been talking about fate and destiny quite a bit since I've been here tonight, and that it's what you make of it. You know? If you don't like the fate that's set out in front of you, make a new one for yourself. Or reject it. Or just decide, hey, like him, I'm nobody's bitch. And you won't be.
Damn right. Corona. Gets the other bottle. Starts sipping on it.
Kevin starts to dig in.
You motherfuckers eating this fake McDonald's shit. Disgraceful.
I mean, it tastes really real, though, dude.
No.
Man, this sandwich tastes exactly the
Look,
way I
what-
remember it tasting.
Look, what would Ronald say if he saw you right now? Huh? That's counterfeit. Those are counterfeit fries.
I think he'd
You're
probably
really good, though.
I don't give a shit.
I think he'd probably say something promotional about the 50th anniversary of the Big Mac and
Look,
drop one of those collectible coins in my pocket.
y'all gotta respect the Golden Arches. It's a holy place.
Hey, Callie, was it? Do you mind if I borrow you for a moment?
She'll like look up like mid like biting off one of the drumsticks. Oh, yeah, yes. Stands up awkwardly.
She'll walk outside the door of the tent flap with Callie. So, in case you can't tell, Kevin's really, really special to me.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's because of you he's finally starting to see the fact that there is a vestige good left in life.
Nods slowly. Well, it is my tradition's belief to believe in life and everything.
As long as there's tomorrow, as long as there's the hope of one more day, there's always hope. She will reach up and she will lean in. She's going to kiss Callie on the cheek.
Which cheek?
The one that's fucked up.
Ooh. She kind of closes her eyes, like, ooh,
She will then take your hands in hers and she will say, "Thank you. In this moment, you are the most beautiful of souls."
Thank you.
You can't detect any deception at all from her. It radiates off her honesty.
Just curious. Just thank you.
You're welcome. I just wanted to thank you. Because what happens when you see only the darkness? When you lose hope? That is the only place in which true hatred and darkness can fester. When you have no hope of tomorrow.
Just nods slowly. I try and keep him as close as I can to light.
I don't doubt it. Well, I merely wanted to know the person who meant so much. I'm pleased that it is you.
I am pleased that you care for him in such a way.
As he said, it was my job to keep him from doing stupid shit. I was pretty good at it.
just nods like, I understand.
People, they do so much stupid shit nowadays.
Yeah, just kind of that nod like, yes.
Well, I'm glad that you kept him safe.
And now that's your job.
Yes, he's mine. Says that with like almost like a hiss into her voice, like very serpentine.
Keep him safe.
I will.
She'll smile. My time here grows short. I'll go in and say goodbye to the others. But thank you for this conversation, Miss Bjornsson.
It's no problem. Make sure you just let him know. You know how he is.
Mm-hmm. The two will re-enter. Well, it has been so wonderful to meet you all. I've gotten the opportunity to see where it is that someone who I deeply care for, where he may have found himself. So there's endless value to that. However, unfortunately, I need to be off. Other things require my attention.
You end up needing help, you call me.
Mm-hmm. That's not a problem. Just, I tell you what, don't pull what you did in San Francisco. Please. For the sake of all.
It was one unicycle.
Yes, but did you have to ram it so far in?
I guess not.
There we go.
My man.
She will do the very traditional, what is called, the fist to palm bow to you all. May you all walk the paths that heaven has set for you, and may you walk them joyfully.
Ashley will stand and do the same, and the same to you.
Kevin gives back the bow.
So, this is the place where you can finally be at home. It's not a bad place.
It's really not.
With that, she'll turn on her heel and leave.
Morgan may or may not, as Kelly returns to the table, get caught kind of reaching up to brush her hand, catch it briefly, just kind of pitching her the "you all right" look.
Just give it a nod, like, no, everything's fine type nod. She just, leans back in the chair. Like leans
Kevin's
back down.
oblivious.
essentially.
With that, Morgan is
Kind
kind.
Kind of patting the shoulder, like, you're good. You're good. So, Modus,
What?
I understand you're Kevin's friend.
Kevin, my homie. What's up?
No, I just thought we should meet properly. Seeing as flicks her eyes at Kevin. He's mine.
Oh shit! You tapping that? Kind of looks at Kevin.
I am indeed getting tapped. Yes.
Damn.
Smirks.
Man, I didn't know you had a girlfriend. Why didn't you say this shit?
Things kind of developed quickly, and I didn't want to put a label on it. But there came a day where we started using those words, and they felt right.
Come on, man. I thought we were homies. I tell you to go on.
If it helps, you can come over to my bookstore and socialize.
Yeah, I like books and shit. That sounds good.
Also, man, you've been hard to find. Like ever since the shit popped off with those red rocks, I understand why you'd want to lay low, but that meant I couldn't find you either.
Yeah, don't you forget it, Kevin. I can disappear without a sight. Boom,
If it
poof.
helps, Mr. Modus, you're actually rather simple to find.
Alright, that ain't fair.
You will see walking, or hobbling rather, into the room very slowly. Siren. He's leaning heavily on a cane.
Hey, come on, man. Let me help you out at least a little bit.
It's quite fine, Mr. Grant. Thank you. He will very, very shakily sit down. He'll put his walking stick across his legs. You'll notice his hands are still heavily, heavily bandaged up. And he'll say, I see new face. It's just a pleasure to meet you, young lady.
Hello. She'll offer a hand for him if he chooses to take it.
You will notice the fact that his hands are covered in incredibly heavy-duty bandages.
Yeah.
Leading all the way up his arm.
It's more the gesture that's important to her. Ashley Rashida, it's a pleasure to meet you.
It is very nice to meet you as well. I came here looking for my wayward apprentice.
Your wayward apprentice.
Eyes to Modus.
Looks around the room.
Okay, really important question for you, Tom. When you eventually find out that he means you, what is the exact line Modus will say when he figures out he means him?
So, as he says
Before
that,
you say it.
hold on, I need to think of the situation. He looks around because you're making me think before I say things now, which is not the smart.
I know, right?
He looks around and the kind of the face expression, pretty much like the raised eyebrows, like, oh shit, yeah, that's right. And basically, what goes through his mind.
You will see him nod. Indeed, shit, that is right.
You see, it's freaky shit like this is why I don't come out very often.
But yes, as I said, where are my manners, young lady? My name is Siren. People call me Master Siren. I'm a member of the Cult of Ecstasy.
Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you then, Master Siren. I am Ashley Rashida, Cult of Ecstasy. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance formally.
I see. Where do you come to us from?
That's kind of a long story, but I guess the easiest way to put it would be England.
That is indeed a very easy way to put it.
Long story short, I was told to go find my place in the world. And here's where the money ran out. So here's where I am.
I see. Do you have a place to stay?
I get people I can crash with.
I would be remiss if I did not at least offer our hospitality.
I would be more than willing to accept hospitality offered.
I assure you, Modus here represents some of the finest folk you'll ever meet. Don't believe anything he says.
Goddamn right.
Indeed, I'm led to understand you have many spare rooms.
What?
Wait. Ashley tilts her hat at him. What?
Oh, I am by proxy offering you Modus's hospitality.
I mean, if
Shit,
you're
that ain't
cool
right.
with that.
Siren will smile and he will say, well, what can I say? You're a generous soul at heart, Modus.
Yeah, I fucking must be by the sounds of this shit.
Siren smiles to himself. It's like, yes, all is going according to plan. He will say, I've been looking into the stones, I believe they're called cult, that you brought to me. I'm so sorry for your adverse reaction to them last time you encountered them, Miss Bjornsson.
Just nod slowly, staring at him. Yes. It was difficult.
Whomever is producing them is... He closes his eyes to kind of visualize his thoughts. I cannot see them when I attempt to find them, which means they clearly have powerful magics protecting them, though they don't taste like our magics. They taste bitter, rotten. Mr. Modus, I was wondering if you would be able to get us into contact with the individuals who it was first approached you as it pertained to cult.
You don't go back to that shit. That crazy ass Splittler tried to eat my face.
I see. Fascinating.
I mean, it ain't. She tried to eat my face.
Oh, you mean
if you think that's cool, I mean that's all on you. I mean, I ain't gonna question what people are into these days, but I ain't buying that.
Like, long story short, he did nearly get bumped off.
I would be very interested to know who it was who tried to kill me, and if they intend to do it again. After all, bear in mind, Mr. Modus, you're very, very inconspicuous. You're not exactly conspicuous.
And what's that supposed to mean?
You stand out in the crowd.
You goddamn right I do. Have you not seen me?
If I had someone who was attempting to kill me, and I stood out in the crowd, those two are not exactly conducive to a happy, healthy existence.
Let me put it this way. Someone's gonna try and put me in the grave. I'm gonna smell that shit a mile off. And then poof, I'm outie.
I see. Did you smell it last time when it happened?
In a sense of thought, yeah, I did. In a sense. Or else I wouldn't be here now, would I?
Well, I'm led to understand that other forces intervened.
And those other forces are my forces, so.
Did you just snap Siren?
You heard it.
He did the snap.
Siren looks at him in a way that says, if a stare could translate the phrase, "We are not amused." I see. Honestly, unless we can infiltrate their ring, we're going to know nothing about this organization, or who it is providing these terrible, terrible inflictions upon the populace. We must ask your help, Mr. Modus.
So what? Let me get this straight. Let me get this fucking straight. So you want me, somebody they know, is trying to get in on this shit. So much so that I avoided some shit. Last time I bumped him off to go back and try and infiltrate their ranks.
No, Mr. Modus. I think it is wise the fact that you use the fact that you are alive, walking the streets of the neighborhoods, making your presence felt publicly, to lure them out, in which case we will deal with them. I can't scry them, Modus. That means that they're using their own magics to protect themselves. However, some of their lower level operatives might have answers that we need.
I mean, if you want me to bring the ruckus, I can bring the ruckus.
Yes. That seems agreeable.
Nobody knows these streets like me.
Very good. In that case, I will leave you. It has been a pleasure to see you all again. However, my time is short and my energy is even shorter. But you and I will arrange something, Mr. Modus, and we will see if we cannot lure out these fiends.
Right.
Also, he'll remove a card from the inside of his pocket. He'll actually remove two. He will hand one to Modus, and he will hand one to... sorry, Ashley.
Oh, thanks.
They are your library cards.
Library cards?
Yes.
She looks it over.
I'm the High Librarian of Dublin.
You know,
of course you are.
Library.
it
Sweet.
occurs to me.
Hmm?
Are these blatantly, like, obviously library cards that point, we can tell from, without creeping over someone's shoulder?
Yes.
Morgan will give an idle point to one of those. So, call me on it if I'm wrong. But I seem to remember there was a real similar place Eliza wanted me in. Any chance they're the same place?
Context for Evan?
Eliza asked her to go into the library at the, what is it, Dagda Chantry?
Diadne.
Whatever the fuck, Danae thing. Word I can't pronounce. That Chantry asked Morgan to come by and help her comb through books.
No,
Yeah, she has both Callan.
the High Library is different. However, my apologies, have you not been given your library cards?
Nope.
On
No
the side
idea
of
where to
because
go.
Tom is here and I have to do this. Do you have your library card? That was just for Tom. It's fun. But he will remove two more library cards from his pocket.
Any chance on a general direction or an address?
Ah, yes. There's a rather famous pub called McFinnigan's. It's located just off Queen Street. It's not hard to find. Simply go there and tell the barmaid that you're looking to enter the library. She'll see you through the rest of the way. Once you know how to do it once, it's pretty simple to do again.
There's just a nod. Gotcha. She'll pocket the card.
In that case, if you'll excuse me, I have to be off.
Safe travels, man.
And at that point, as it's getting rather late here, we could turn the scene. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. This has been an Unseen Darkness in Dublin, where Evan's about to fall asleep behind the keyboard. So, have a pleasant evening.